What's up everybody, Matt Johnston here, and today I want to share with you how to make more money with your creative services. So that could be a video agency, a video production agency, graphic design agency, whatever it may be. You need to be charging more money for what you're doing, but you're probably not sure how exactly to get there. Today I'm going to share with you the 3 reasons why you're not charging enough and how to fix it. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1 is you don't know the actual value of your work. Now, when I say value, you may think to yourself, well, yeah, I know that my work is valuable, Matt, obviously, but you actually don't understand what the value is to the people that would buy that work, and that's the problem. So let's say you're trying to sell a video project to an entrepreneur who runs small, medium-sized business, whatever it may be. You're gonna ask them exactly what they want this video for, what the business reason for having this video is. It's always going to be, spoiler alert, make more money. They wanna make more money with this video, otherwise they wouldn't be doing it. They may not say that, but that is what they want. So they're gonna say, hey, I want a video. You're gonna say, what do you want it for? I want it for an advertisement or a piece of marketing or to live on my website. And then you're gonna ask them specifically how much money you're hoping that this generates. So here's the thing, here's where everybody slips up. And when I say you don't know the value, if they wanna make, say, $100,000, even over the course of the next year, because this video lives on their website or it's in a paid advertisement, is it fair for you to charge $500? No. No, it's not. Or even $700, $800, $900, $1,000, $1,500, whatever it may be. Does that seem equitable to you, that you would charge $1,000 for them to make $100,000? Quite a bargain. And of course, the amount of time and resources that you're putting into actually creating this content, it doesn't equate. You need to charge yourself based on the value that you are going to provide, which isn't to say that you should charge $20,000 for this video so they can make 5 to 1 on that investment. But I'm saying, you know, $3,000, $3,500, $5,000? Yeah, that's how much your work is worth, minimum. Number 2 is that you're conducting sales calls all wrong. It's not about them telling you what they want. It's about you finding out what this client or potential client needs, where the problem is, where the pain is, and then you being the solution to that problem. So what I see is too many creative folks find themselves in a position where you have client who says, I want this video, or I want this piece of graphic design, I need a new logo for my website, whatever it may be. And then you say, okay, yeah, I do that, and I've helped out with this, and I work with this person, and look how good this was, and check it out. You wanna see my demo reel? You need to take control right away and say, hey, so this is how these calls work. I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions and go figure out exactly where the problems are in your business that you're facing. And then if I feel like I can help, we'll take the next step. Sound good? Yes, good. Awesome, good to go. And then you go and find out what's up because they are in contact with you because of a problem that they have. Whatever it may be. And it usually comes down to money. They're not making enough money because of X, Y, Z reason. And so what you need to do is just find out what it is and find out why they care. Find out how much it matters to them. Find out what the stakes are. For example, what if you don't get this fixed? What happens? And it helps them to start to come to terms with how big a problem that this is. And then once you've gone through all of that, they've exhausted themselves talking about how much this sucks. And they've spent so much time with it that it's very clear to them that they need to figure out a solution. And you clearly have positioned yourself as an expert in this call. And so when you do make your offer, it's much more organic and you can charge much higher prices because you position yourself again as the expert. The third piece is imposter syndrome, because I know that a lot of you out there, is this you? Am I looking at you? Am I talking to you? I know that a lot of you out there just don't think or aren't convinced that you're worth $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 per project. And I'm here to tell you that you are wrong. This is a problem that I see a lot in competitive marketplaces. You have a lot of people that are offering to make video work, a lot of people that are offering to make graphic design work, design logos. You can always go to Fiverr, Upwork, whatever it may be. And so you have imposter syndrome. So when you get into these potential client calls, you're automatically putting yourself behind in the race, which doesn't make any sense. The best thing to do is pretend that you're the only person in the race. Because if you're not the obvious choice, what's the point? So you need to position yourself as the obvious choice. This is just how business works. You'll figure it out. Just get out there and start charging high ticket prices. Go out there and start asking for what you deserve for your work, because you can and you should. Because if you're out there charging $800 to do a video project that someone's going to make $100,000 off of, you are actually telling the story when you pitch them that you are not valuable. Think about if you're in a store and you see two things right next to each other and they do the same thing. You're at Target, whatever. And one costs $25 and the other one costs $125. So what goes on in your mind when you're trying to decide which of these two things to buy? When you're thinking about the $25 one, you're looking at it and you're probably saying, wow, I can afford that. I could probably buy that. And there's a chance that it could solve my problem. I mean, but both these things solve the problem. I mean, this is significantly less expensive. Probably not as well made, but maybe it could solve the problem. And then what do you think about the $125 solution to that problem? You'll look at it and you'll say, well, I mean, obviously this is gonna fix it, but can I afford it? Man, I really want this problem solved. $125. Does it do the same thing as this? What's the difference between these two things? I mean, this is obviously well made and it's obviously going to solve my problem. This might solve my problem. I'm not really sure why it's so much less expensive, but maybe? So obviously, as consumer, as the person that's going to purchase the product, you see the lower price product and you say, this is likely not as valuable and not as well made. This is likely valuable, well made, and will solve my problem, but it's just more expensive. And this all happens in a split second. It's just psychology because price is a story. So this is the story that you're telling. But here's the thing. In both cases, there's salesmanship that needs to happen. On this side of things, with the lower priced product, you have to make a decision about if this is worth your money or if it's a cheap piece of crap and you're gonna get what you pay for. And so the people that are selling the product are hoping to convince people to buy it based on not price alone, because they're saying, okay, well, it is high quality even though it's not that expensive. And on the other side, it's actually the same sales effort, because you have to convince people, once again, just like on this side, that the decision to buy this is not based on price alone. You have to also think about how badly I want to solve this problem, how bad the problem is, and what needs to happen to get me there. You have to sell in both of these scenarios. But there's a huge leg up over on this side because your price has told the story right off the bat. Yeah, it seems a little bit expensive, but hey, it's gonna fix it. So do you wanna fix it or do you wanna save money and maybe not fix it? That's what it comes down to. We go deep into this in the Peak Video Creators program. If you're a videographer, an editor, a marketer who wants to build a video marketing business, we should talk about the Peak Video Creators program. There's a training in the description. Hit that up if you want to learn more about that. Please like and subscribe and all the YouTube things. I mean, I guess we'll talk later. I'll miss you. You look a lot like a camera lens from this point of view.